5D Mystery School.
Blessings. Blessings, my beautiful family. I had you guys on the mind. I was thinking about y'all, so I was like, let me tap in with it. How's everyone doing? Blessings to your day. Blessings to your day. Natural Diva, how are you? Good to see you again. Bless Rising. I am Queen D. Good to see you. Clutch Company, good to see you back. Nana from Paris, welcome back. The Ferris one, good to see you. Sunshine Creek, always good to see your face. Palo Santo Queen, how you doing? Good to see you. It was good to tap in with you last time, Palo Santo Queen, for the reading. Miss Jazzaby, I hope that you were having a good start to your Sunday. So, how's everybody doing? How are we feeling? Do you guys feel that transition of Pluto about to change signs? It can be intense. It can be intense when Pluto is about to change signs. So you guys might be feeling, you might be actually feeling like a change, a literal change in the air. Because when Pluto changes, it changes the collective. When Pluto changes, it changes. You can also be going through some type of death cycle right now, like a spiritual death cycle. Pluto also brings physical death, right? Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. So Mars is more of like, Mars is personal expression, personal freedom, personal decisions. Pluto is group decisions, group think, right? Pluto is more on, focused on how can we do this in a collective. So when Pluto going into Aquarius, y'all, we haven't had this type of alignment since the Industrial Revolution. You feel me? So with Pluto going into Aquarius, and with that meaning the collective, this means that we are going to come together in large groups, and we're going to, I could use the word revolution. A lot of systems are going to be redone. And with Pluto also representing the underworld, that means that the way that we bury our loved ones, funeral services, those are going to be restructured. It might not happen tomorrow, but when it happens, you heard it here first. Thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. So yes, another thing. Another thing is you guys are about to find your tribe. If you not have already found your tribe, this is the best time to come together with like-minded people for the next 20 years. For the next 20 years, you are going to be linked with your group. You're going to be linked with your tribe. It's not going to be some, are these people for me? Are they not for me? No, no, no. For the next 20 years, it's going to be very clear who is here for you and who you need to be spending your time with. And it's also going to be very clear who is coming into your life and adding to the lower vibrations, because you need to keep those people around who are adding to the higher vibrations. With that said, let's burn some Palo Santo. Let's burn some Palo Santo. And so, I was going to tap in yesterday with y'all, but, sometimes you want to be with self. But we're here today. So, another thing I want to say, is that if you're out of alignment, it's okay. You have to just recognize that you're out of alignment. You can get back into alignment in the same day. You hear me? When you're out of alignment, things happen for you to recognize that you're out of alignment. Your spirit guides do things in your life to let you know you're out of alignment. But you can get back in alignment in the same day. There is no special week window, a day window, a month window for you to get back into alignment. No, no, no. You can fix your course in the same day. You let somebody comes to you, they get the best of you, you end up in an argument. It's okay. Reset the same day. Somebody catch you and you react out of your lower vibration. It's okay. It's okay. You can reset the same day. Okay? So, with Pluto going into Aquarius, this is also going to be a time where technology is released for, you might even see technology to link up with other people in the dream world. They might release some technology for us to meet each other, like literally meet each other in our dreams. Don't think it's possible? Just wait. You know how you have like virtual reality, right? You can put on a headset and you can link up with other people. Side note, that's what we're doing right now in life, but okay. But you could put on a headset, and that's why it's a mental plane, because yeah. But anyway, you could put on a headset and you can link up with people in your dreams. They're going to release this soon. I envision it happening. The way that people go to school right now, that's changing. It's going to be more virtual schooling. The job market is going to be overtaken by artificial intelligence, so you're going to have to find new ways of, it won't be new ways of making money, because they're going to bring in the universal basic income. So imagine, right? Have you guys ever seen Ready Player One, where nobody was working? Everybody was just playing virtual reality games, linking up with each other in real life. They didn't have to worry about paying rent and stuff like that. We're heading to those times. And with Pluto heading to Aquarius, the way that we pay rent, we might even have a rent strike. A massive strike is coming in general. But when you think of Pluto and Aquarius, think of solutions that will benefit the whole. Think of the collective starting to talk to each other more, us coming into groups, in like physically linking up, not just on the social media, but social media link ups will be happening more often. Get ready to see people going live all the time. But y'all know we was in quarantine, everybody was going live. It's about to be like that. They're going to bring back, it's going to be something that happens for us to get into that type of situation again, where everybody's going live and we just have an ample amount of time to be on our phones. I see that happening again. I don't know if it's going to be called a lockdown or something like that, but I see it happening again. Oh my God, I was just saying I'm going to start going live. Oh yeah. Trust me, it's coming. Like, people who have missions to tap in with their tribe, their collective, that's happening. You are being called to put yourself more in front of spaces with like-minded people. Now it's going to be very clear the groups you need to stay away from. Let me burn a little sage on that note. Now it's going to be very clear about who you need to stay away from. You guys might, if you're in a relationship and it's going wrong, that relationship is about to come to an end. Pluto, death, rebirth, death and rebirth. Another thing that's going to happen that I really don't even want to speak on. I must know a whistleblower. No, I am all of the clairs. I'm clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. I just know shit. And I use articles in the 3D world to just convey it to you guys. But I get downloads. We all get downloads. But I won't. Sometimes people just don't believe your downloads. So you have to show them articles and stuff so they'll figure out what you're talking about. But I don't have an insider. I'm just clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairsentient. Twin flame calling, need to hang up the other line. Hello. So another thing that's going to happen, and I really don't even want to speak on this, is that there's going to be group death. People passing away in large numbers. People passing away in large numbers. I mean, we already see that happening right now, so that's kind of a no-brainer, right? Yes, we all get downloads. No one listens to me, though. Right? We all get downloads in different ways. Remember what I was talking about? If you were here Friday, I was just talking about that people have different talents. You ever seen X-Men? Jubilee can't do what Wolverine does. Wolverine can't do what Cyclops does. Cyclops can do what Gambit does. Everybody, they're a team because everybody tapped into their natural talents. So, if everybody watching here actually tapped into their natural talents and brought those talents to the table to collaborate with somebody else versus trying to take your talents and then put them up against somebody else's talents, and that's competition. I don't think competition is natural. I don't. So, with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's time to fall back from competition. Let me say that again. With Pluto going into Aquarius, it's time to fall back from competition and fall into, how can we help each other? How can we help each other? You know? Like, most of the time, nobody really wants that, unless you have a heavy Aries and Mars energy, but nobody truly wants that confrontation. I really think more people really want to collaborate, but if you are confronted in a public sphere, then competition becomes automatic. So this is why it's important to reach out to people privately. Yo, I like your style. Do you want to link up? Don't be too proud, because you're not begging. You just, it's okay to genuinely express that you want to collaborate with somebody. You look stronger. You don't look weak. You look stronger. I think with all these competition shows that they have on TV, it really conditioned us to think that competition is natural. Sabotaging each other is natural. Real Housewives of this, Real Hip Hop of that. Everybody's fighting. Reunion shows, that they want us to think that is our natural nature. It's not. It's not. It's not. We're supposed to collaborate. Love is our language. Love is our language. Competition is torture. Come on. Competition is torture, because at the end of the day, okay, you put your talents up against somebody else's. What is that going to solve? oh, this person was better with their talents in that moment. Imagine if y'all came together and was like, holy crap, we just created the best song, the best food, the best product, the best course. That sounds more conducive to growth for the collective to me. Sponsored by Key Lime Water today. Exactly, lift each other up. We can get so much further as a family. Y'all ever notice that separation is commercialized? Separation is commercialized. They have to sell it to us. Naturally, look at two babies. Naturally, they want to collaborate. Babies usually run to each other. Can we be friends? But then they get older and separation is sold to them. You take tests in school. Oh, I got a better grade than him. No, those tests, they're separating us, y'all. They put you into different groups. Oh, this group is smarter than that group. No, these people just have different talents than those people. Imagine if we observed babies when they were born, and we were like, oh, this baby is naturally talented at this. Or when babies come into this world, they get a natal chart reading at the moment of birth, and then we know what they're here for. Hello. If you got your child a natal chart reading at the moment of birth, you have everything right there. Synchronicity is the key. Yesterday, my friends and I collaborated on writing a new show. Spirit is Death calling us to come together. Yes. Come on, y'all. We are being called to imagine, right? How do you keep people's vibrations low? You put them against each other. And when I say they, y'all know who I mean. The anonymous they. It's levels to it. But they don't care what we fight about. They just want us fighting. But when we come together, we're threatening them. When we come together, we threaten their status quo. They get rich off of our division. So how are we going to change that? How are we going to change that? Here's an idea. Start to study your North Node. Start to study your midheaven. Start to study your 10th house. Look at your tropical. Look at your sidereal. And see what's happening with you right now. And seeing what's happening with you overall. And know where you're going. Most of the time, people get lost in competition because they don't know where they're going. They think the competition is going to result in an answer to give them a key to rewrite their trajectory for their path. No. You were born with instructions on where to go. Your map is here. All you have to do is tune in to see where you're supposed to be going. That's all. Competition means you are out of alignment. Because if you truly knew where you were going, you wouldn't have time to compete with somebody else. And you wouldn't even want to compete with somebody else. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. Another reason I say this too is because yesterday somebody commented on TikTok. It was like, I wish I had your mind and your mindset. And although it teeters on the verge of flattery, it's not, because the first thing I thought was, your brain is the epitome of perfection to the creator. Nobody is smarter than anybody else. People are just embedded with different talents and mindsets, and they're up here. You weren't born with the same mission as somebody else. Y'all think that the creator would make that mistake? Oh, error. These two people have the same mission. Uh-oh, error. No. The creator makes everything else perfectly. Why would why would the energy mess up on that? Why would source mess up with giving you the same identical mission as somebody else? No, that would be a disservice to your entire life mission. We are living on a mental plane. What that means is that your mentality, your temporal lobe, in this temporary experience, temporary, that means that while you're here temporarily, you have to use your temporal lobe to access your mission. Been seeing so many triangles everywhere I look, especially in the sky, but I know what those are. Constantly seeing triangles when I meditate as well. What does the triangle signify? You see, when somebody asks me a question like this, I give it right back to them. Because what triangles signify for me won't have the same significance as you. That's a question you have to sit with. That's a question you are supposed to sit with. You have to just sit and cogitate. Sit in a room, cogitate with that question, and answers will come. You know, another thing that I want to say is that when is the last time that you sat in a room by yourself, alone with your thoughts? You know, a lot of people are afraid to be alone with themselves, so they constantly bombard their mind with music, with flipping social media, with distractions. But do you know your best ideas come when you sit alone with yourself? Going back to what I was talking about Friday. When you tune into a radio station, the radio station is pulling music given to it from an electromagnetic signal. Okay? Ideas are electromagnetic signals that comes from the idea radio station that your soul has to tune into. And the only way to tune into that radio station is to be alone with yourself and alone with your thoughts. How are you going to tune into that radio station if you're trying to see what's playing on somebody else's radio? Let's say your station is 99.7. Are you going to chill at 99.5, or are you going to go to 99.7 because you know that's where the ideas are? If you're watching this right now, at the moment of your birth, the world was missing something up until that moment. Your presence is the epitome of perfection to the Creator, which means your presence here has a large meaning. And one of the ways to tap into that meaning is to be alone with yourself and alone with your thoughts. Write down the thoughts that come to you. Because you know sometimes you get like a genius idea and you don't write it down. And then you see somebody else bring that idea into fruition and you're like, oh crap, that was my idea. I was thinking about that. That's because that idea was available on a radio station and somebody else went to go pick it up. If you don't bring an idea into manifestation, somebody else is going to bring that idea into manifestation because it's available to everybody on Soul Radio. What station are you tuned into? My drives are the most peaceful when that happens. Being alone with yourself, giving yourself a hug, do you know that is therapy? When is the last time that you discovered what your favorite color is? When is the last time you took yourself out on a date? Just took $15 and randomly went to just a random restaurant. Made a vision board. Cook yourself incredible food. What I'm saying here is, when is the last time you truly tapped into self-care? When's the last time that you truly, unconditionally showed yourself love without comparing it to how somebody else showed them self-love? What is the definition of love to you? Do you love you? Do you act like it? What is your love language for self? You know what your love language is for other people. That's what we're taught all the time. How do I love somebody else? But how do you love... Let me point at you. How do you love you? They don't teach us that. We're always taught how to be dependent on somebody else. Can you depend on you first? Can you depend on you first? Do you let yourself down? If you can't be alone with yourself, how do you expect to jive with other people? How do you expect to bring your ideas on the forefront of where they're supposed to be? Out of 1 million sperm, we made it here. At 100 million sperm, we made it here. That's not so magnificent. I don't know what you exactly. Do you know all the processes that had to happen for you to actually exist? You know how many miscarriages there are? Everything had to perfectly go according to plan for you to arrive here in this body. A lot of mistakes could have happened, but here you are. Alone with yourself is the ultimate way to self-reflect. It is. Even if you are in a divine partnership, get a separate room. Let me stop. You don't have to have separate rooms. That's just my thing. But even if you are in a divine partnership, you have to find a way to tap in with yourself. That doesn't mean dissing your partner. That doesn't mean acting negative to your partner. Your partner just has to know, I'm having self-time. And I think that y'all both need self-time in separate rooms. No, but like, let me unpack that for a second. Y'all ever think about, we were taught how to love, y'all. We were taught how to love from TV. From TV. It's like, we see what people do on TV and we think that that's how marriage is supposed to be. We think that you're supposed to pick up your partner and carry them over the broom, or honeymoons are supposed to go a certain way, or you're supposed to say I do the same way that people said I do on TV, or you're supposed to even wear white dresses. What if you want to wear orange dresses to your wedding? What if you want to wear purple dresses to your wedding? What if you want to get married on an airplane? Like, go against what you were taught. Go against what you were taught. Like, false programming. There we go. Hello. False programming. What if you want to live the way that is opposite to what they taught us to live? Because apparently the divorce rate is so high in America that it's embarrassing. So apparently the way that we are taught to love is not working. It's not working for the people who even taught us that way. So with Pluto going into Aquarius, we have to restructure the way we come together with other people, meaning get a separate room. No, but for real, look at how you come together with your significant other and structure it according to how you guys love each other. Don't bring in anything else from anybody else. This is what TV says. This is what this magazine is saying. This is what Perfect Couples Wedding Magazine for Dummies is saying. No, don't bring in nobody else's opinion. Don't ask your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. How do y'all love each other and what's going to work best for y'all? When y'all have a problem, don't call mom, don't call dad. How do y'all want to fix it? You two. Okay? Hello? Are you calling me from your separate room? No, for real, the separate rooms is going to come. I'm telling y'all, separate rooms is going to be a thing. Male lions in the jungle chilling on a separate rock. Yo, what are your thoughts on polygamy? Ooh, that is a great question. That's a great question. Okay, so polygamy. I took a class actually. I took a class on polygamy. It was like my last semester in college. It was like black, queer, polygamy, trans, like all of these stuff. I had no idea what it was about. So I was like, let me join this class because I want to tap in. So I learned a lot of stuff about polyamory, about polygamy, about all that stuff, and it's confusing. It's a separatist type of. Well, let me, because I don't want to base this off of my own biased opinion, but I will say if it works for you, do what you need to do. If it works for you, do what you need to do, right? But if you have a twin flame, not a triplet flame, not a quadruplet flame, not a quintuplet flame. If you have a twin flame, if you're trying to find a needle in a haystack, are you looking for one needle or two? Trying to find your twin flame is looking for a needle in a haystack, a needle in a time stack. So I think you're my twin flame. Hey, you never know, possibly. But look, the whole polyamory, polygamy thing, it's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise. If you're trying to take a test, right, and somebody puts a large stereo up to your ear, are you going to be able to focus? Are you going to be able to focus? If you're trying to look for your twin flame, you got a lot of noise up to your ear. You got 5 different people that you're sleeping with at the same time. What are you telling your heart? It's all about sex now. We are living in a hyper sexualized time. And if you guys hear my neighbors hitting the wall in the background, just ignore it. They like to pay attention to. If you are seeking one person, and look, not everybody is looking for the twin flame. Not everybody is looking for the twin flame. But if you're seeking one person, if you put an address in your GPS, is it going to take you to one destination or two? Look, and sex is not even what they taught us it was. Like, y'all think y'all supposed to be out here having sex with 15 different people at the same time. Do you know how chakras work? They teaching y'all to be out here wide open. wide open? Why would you have your energy field? Why would you have your Merkaba that open so people can just reach in and touch you? What if they got dirty hands? No. No. Mm-mm. Center your light and only let the right people in. It's all about sex now. Every song that you hear, everywhere you look, Megan Thee Stallion's twerking, humping the air, Nicki Minaj is humping the air. All the people that they put in front of you who were supposed to be your role models, and hopefully they're not, but they're conditioning you and your children on how to act in public and how to go about sex. How do you feel during sex? It's not one of those things that's supposed to be shared with everybody. Literally, everybody. It's a sacred union. Sex is sacred. And now, look at what they're doing now. This is a side note. The best way to condition somebody into a movement is to slowly usher them there. To get to the transhumanism agenda, you first have to get people comfortable with identifying with the word trans. Y'all not ready for that though. If you want to move somebody to the transhumanism movement, to fuse them with robots, to fuse them with computers, you have to first get them thinking in computer language. Oh, what are you, non-binary? Binary code computers? Hello. Next thing you know, people are going to be saying, oh, I'm just X now. I'm just X. I'm Y. I don't have a gender. I'm 1. I'm 0. Don't think it's coming? Watch. Male and female is going out the window. It's going to be X, Y, 1 or 0s. Watch. They coming after your children. If you got a little girl, they about to delete their menstruation at a young age so that they won't identify with the sex. Oh, you don't want a period? We'll take that away. So you can be any gender you want to be now. You can be X. Oh, I'm Latinx. Oh, I'm Latinx. Next thing you know, African American, that's about to get restructured. Oh, I'm Afro-X. Oh, I'm... Don't think it's coming? Watch. Watch. The thing is, a lot of us weren't taught how to think for ourselves, how to think critically. A lot of people don't sit at home and cogitate enough. A lot of people just sit at home and scroll through social media. And then you wonder why you don't come up with any good ideas. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, always. So, maybe put down your phone for 5 minutes. Think for 5 minutes. Reading a book doesn't always have to look like you flipping through pages. YouTube has audiobooks. Learn something new. It takes 5 minutes to learn a new subject. 5 minutes for you to listen to an audiobook versus low frequency music. Sorry if my mic is static. This is one of those cheap headphones I got from the iStore or the Apple store, so it is what it is. Which is why I'm due for a social media break. Listen, use social media, don't let it use you. You can change your life on social media. Actually, this is the best time to be on social media because Pluto going into Aquarius. Unless you physically plan to meet up with people all the time in real life. Just find your group. You can find your tribe right here. Would you consider James Brown funk music high vibrational music? No, I wouldn't. James Brown. A lot of these people who come out with separatist type of music, they're only helping people who want to keep us separated. United we stand. It's static because you rubbing it against your beard. I'm sorry. I'm just going to do this now. I'm just going to take it off my face. I just shaved yesterday too. My bad. Do you listen to meditation music? Or I don't know if y'all can hear it. That's what I listen to all the time. I'm listening to 888 Abundance Gate right now. I listen to this like all the time. I listen to this type of music because it kind of reminds me of like where my soul came from. I feel like where my soul came from is like always angelic music playing like all the time, like high frequency music like this. So it makes me feel like I'm at home. I don't know. Lizzie Jeff Radio on Spotify is great. I can give y'all some stations I listen to. I listen to lo-fi like every day. I love lo-fi. I listen to lo-fi. I listen to meditation music. I listen to Sade. I listen to music that, I don't know, I just don't like music that just, I don't know. I like music that makes my heart chakra go like, ooh, that's a nice one. Put it on repeat, you know? I don't know. Lo-fi all day. Yes. Lo-fi. Yes. I love lo-fi, man. I'm telling you. R&B, I don't like R&B. Let me not say I don't like it. I gotta be in a certain mood because when you listen to somebody's words, you're picking up their vibration. So that's why I don't listen to hip-hop music no more. That's why I love to listen to Bob Marley, because he injects love into his music. Thank you for the badge, Nova Neuro. Bob Marley injects love into his music. That's why I listen to Bob Marley. Mozart, Beethoven, their music was tuned at a different frequency. Mozart, Beethoven. I love classical. I love Vivaldi, The Four Seasons. That's one of my favorite classical albums. Classical it was tuned at a different frequency. But now our music the frequency has been switched so that it doesn't heal us anymore. In jazz, yeah, it depends on what type of jazz. Y'all, I know that y'all heard of John Coltrane, but look into his wife, Alice Coltrane. If you haven't heard of Alice Coltrane, you are doing yourself a disservice. One of her songs is called Sun Ra. That's all I'm going to say. She does transcendental music. Look into Alice Coltrane. Alice Coltrane. And I love like Hans Zimmer's music because it's just like, I don't know, I like soundtracks too. But your music that you listen to can really change your mindset. They can change your mindset. Have you had any experience with psychedelics? Yes. Yes, a lot. What would you like to know? Look, I'm not an advocate for psychedelics. I'm not telling anybody to go out and do psychedelics. What was the name of her song? It's called Sun Ra. Alice Coltrane. Yeah, I think my opinion on psychedelics is that I believe that psychedelics are teachers. So they appear when the student is ready. Every single time I was going through a transition, because I have Pluto in my 12th house in Scorpio. Okay? So I go through transitions all the time that help me evolve. But whenever I go through a transition, and it's a transition that needs a teacher, psychedelics appear sometimes, not all the time, because not every transition calls for psychedelics, but I've changed my life with mushrooms, marijuana, because I have a very healthy relationship to marijuana. Sometimes I don't even, unless it's the weekend, I don't even use it till like after 6 p.m. because I have self-control. 2CB, that was a crazy experience. But yeah, I don't want to go too deep on that. But yeah, psychedelics changed my life. DMT, a lot of y'all are, not a lot, but a few of you guys are asking me how to get DMT. Don't search for it. It will find you when you're ready. Trust me. Trust me. That's not something you want to be searching for, because it will change your life. If you ain't ready for it, just trust me, it will find you. So another thing that I feel like I'm being called to talk to you guys about right now is dream recall. We have an hour time limit. I don't know when I started this, but yeah, dream recall. I think that we need to do a collective. I think we need to do a collective workshop, y'all. Maybe it can be a week, but what we can do is we can have meetings before, let's say I go to sleep, and we can make sure that we are ready for the astral realm. We can do that for like a week. Because right now I think it's very important because we're in Pisces season. So, and Pluto is going into Aquarius March the 23rd, okay? So we have a very important window right now, a super important window right now. So what that means is that for 1 week, you're going to have to give up smoking, drinking, anything that is keeping you from fully dreaming. You're going to have to go back to 100% that childlike innocence of just you being high off life. Okay, so you can't smoke, you can't cheat, you can't eat before you go to bed. For 1 week, we're going to be fully tapped in. Fully tapped in. We're going to write down our dreams. We're going to meet back during our rising meetings, and we're going to go over our dreams to make sure we remember our dreams, because there are messages that are being missed. Imagine, right? Imagine if you were in a competition, right, and you were up to win $1 million, and the only way for you to get the answer to the $1 million question was in your dream. We need to be taking that type of sense of urgency here. Okay, so there are messages that are being sent to us to change our life, but we miss them because we don't write down our dreams. And so then people just revert back to the idea of, I don't have dreams. Yeah, you do. You actually do. Everybody does. But what's missing is your developed skill of dream recall. And to start at anything, any skill, you're first going to have to suck at it. Let's be honest. To get good at anything, you're first going to have to be really bad at it. So if you're really bad at dream recall right now, okay, that's what the workshop is for. At the end of the workshop, you're going to be really great at it. Yes, that's another thing. Another thing to get prepared is I'm going to instruct you to get some herbs. You can either go to my website and I'll give you guys a discount code to where you can get my dream pack, okay, or my dream tea, because I use my my herbal blend, and that's how my dreams are potent. I just used it last night, and listen, low key advertising for myself, but I'm only telling you that I'm giving you a discount because I developed a dream blend for this reason, to get people to start dreaming again. Because with Pluto going into Aquarius, the way that we can change the world is if we tune into our dreams individually. The only way to change the world as a collective is to do the work individually. So with that being said, go to your local, if you don't go to my website, go to your local herb shop. Find mugwort, find blue lotus, find valerian root, kava kava, these type of herbs that are going to help you dream. Chamomile is just a simple herb you can get. Chamomile tea. Okay? And y'all, our dreams are about to be incredible. When should we start? Y'all want to start March 1st? We can start March 1st, and we can just do one full week. If y'all like it, we can go longer. Lavender, yes, lavender is a good one. We can do one full week, and if you guys like the workshop, we can go longer. Okay? But I think that this is important, especially during Pisces season. I'm going to reiterate, for us to, imagine if we do this as a collective, I guarantee you, you're going to see somebody, one of your peers, in your dreams. And another thing, you probably haven't heard this before, but we're going to write down what we want to dream about, and we're going to put it under our pillow. And another thing that you can do is you can get something like Tektite, a crystal. You can get black obsidian, a crystal, and you can put that under your pillow, or you can sleep with your selenite too. Amethyst, yes, amethyst strengthens your spiritual connection. Yes. Yes, amethyst is a good one. Black obsidian is meant for you to enhance your dreams and to pull your dream recall and hone it in. Okay. So one thing that we need to do together is we're going to go to sleep with intention. We're going to instruct our subconscious mind before we go to sleep. And then when we rise, we're not going to set an alarm clock. We're not going to jump out of bed. We're going to slowly keep our memory of what we just experienced with us and then write it down immediately upon rising before you exert too much energy. If you in a relationship and you sleeping with somebody, before you kiss them, before you before you whisper those sweet somethings in their ear, write down your dream, okay? That morning foreplay can wait. Write down your dream first. That's why you need separate rooms. But yeah. Snowflake obsidian is good, but black obsidian for dreaming is top tier. I sleep with amethyst and selenite. Ooh. Another thing you can do is burn some sage too before you hop up in that bed. Get that energy clean. But yeah, for real, on a serious note though. Oh, shungite, yeah, shungite. And turn off your Wi-Fi. Turn off your cell phone and your Wi-Fi, or put your cell phone on airplane mode so you won't be disrupted by those electromagnetic frequencies. Okay? It's not just, you have to make sure everything around you is okay, it's good. One thing that I did is I got a white noise machine, so I play the rain when I'm sleeping. I have it on a timer. I love rain. I dream different when I burn sage. Yes. Yes, yes. Another thing too is make sure you're not eating. Make sure you're not eating before you go to sleep. I'm talking to myself too. I did it last night. I was like, damn, this food's so good. I'm gonna do it. But make sure you're not eating before you go to sleep, because your stomach's gonna be trying to, your gut's gonna be trying to digest. It's gonna be going into overtime, put in overtime work, and you're not gonna get that good of sleep because your body is just trying to digest that food. So, yeah, burning mugwort or keeping it by the bed helps too. You know what? I put mugwort in I make herbal joints. So I use rose, I use mugwort, I use mullein, I use a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, that helps too. How long before we go to bed should we stop eating? 2 hours. Oh, there's an app I use that has nature sounds. Yes, any way that you can get into your groove, fall into it. But the importance of this workshop that we're going to start, I still need y'all to pick a date. We can start on March 1st. I don't have a calendar here, but we can start on March 1st. We can start the week before the Pluto entering Aquarius, because that's an important window. I want to give y'all enough realistic time for y'all to put aside whatever y'all need to put aside to really tap into this workshop. March 1st. March 1st. Okay. Perfect. So we're going to start March 1st with our dream workshop. And the expected outcome from this is for you to actually to get good at dreaming, to start having lucid dreams, maybe even to possibly astral project. So March 1st is the date, y'all. Yeah, the only reason I said Pluto transition is because that window is super important. Like, we could start, if it's the 23rd, then we can start like the 15th or something like that. But anyway, Instagram is telling me I only have 2 minutes, so I'm going to stop this live and then I'm going to come back on just for a few more minutes and we're going to end. So they're telling me I have 2 minutes, so let's stop here and I'm going to come back on. I'm going to use the bathroom first and then I'm going to come back on. All right, guys, so I'll see you in a couple minutes. Okay, we are back, beautiful people. Yes. We back like we never left, y'all. We back like we never left. And I grabbed my rose quartz to bring in a little bit more love. So, and another thing I want to say is that it's Sunday. Y'all can be anywhere doing anything, but y'all chose to be right here. So for that, thank you. I'm super appreciative. And I wish there was a way I could show you I appreciate you more than just words, but trust me, I am appreciative for your time. So I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. We just got to get a couple more things out the way, then you can go and enjoy your Sunday. Okay. Listen to this while cooking is very therapeutic. Oh, what you cooking? What you cooking over there? Thank you. I appreciate y'all too. Where's the cape? I had to put the cape on chill for a little bit. I was actually wearing it, and then I was like, you know what? Let me take a shower so they can, you know. But somebody did send me a DM saying they were going to make me an actual cape, um, and I would love that because I think capes are underrated. I think they should be part of your everyday outfits. I'm just like that. Thank you. My first time in your live. Glad I came. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. I miss what herbs you said to burn before bed. Um, you can, well, herbs to burn would be sage and Palo Santo. Um, Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send three, maybe five people, maybe four, Palo Santo. And I'm gonna figure out a way to go about doing that to pick like four people. But I'm gonna send one person a dream blend. We're gonna do something to where we can. So I'm gonna send one person a dream blend for free, and then I'm gonna send like three or four people free Palo Santos. We just gotta figure out how we can go about doing this, so I can pick some people. But I'm gonna do that before the dream workshop just to help some people out. Okay, I think that's important. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I have a question. Go ahead, put your question up in there. That's what we're here for. Um, but yeah, I'm excited about this dream workshop. I believe it's going to help us as a whole. I truly see this helping us. Oh, another thing I want to talk about. Movie night. For y'all who showed up for movie night, thank you. Movie night was a success. It was fun. We watched Interstellar. We dissect an entire movie, and we were talking through the movie, and it wasn't annoying. It was just like informative. Your peers were asking really good questions. I started off the movie experience with a question about quantum jumping that got people thinking, and we watched Interstellar the way I've never watched it before. So the next movie night, which is next Friday, y'all need to tap in. Y'all need to tap in. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. The link wasn't working for some people. So next time we are going to figure out how to do that. But yeah, Interstellar. Let me just say one big takeaway that we have from that movie is, what does gravity have to do with time? I'll make a video about it soon, but what does gravity have to do with time? The movie nights are, I like film. I think film sounds more elegant, so let's do Friday film night. But that's going to be Friday at 7:30. Friday's 7:30. The next one is next Friday, and then we're going to vote on the film probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna put some films up for you guys to vote on tomorrow. It has had me in rabbit holes ever since. Listen, that was my favorite Interstellar watching experience with y'all, for real. That was my favorite time watching Interstellar. Time, space, and gravity are one thing. What does black holes have to do with gravity? Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Not right now though, but what does gravity have to do with nonlinear time? That's something to think about today. Turn live notifications on, please, because y'all know that they don't. Y'all know how Instagram be doing me. Astro, I saw Ant-Man Quantumania yesterday. So many gems. I haven't seen it yet because I can watch it online, bootleg, or I can wait. I'm trying to pick a side of which way to go to. Um, we watch it right here on IG. We could watch it right here on IG. We can possibly do that. Maybe we'll try that next time. But I just like seeing her because it was, I don't know. IG is kind of like, can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? Seeing it was like everybody had the feed on their phones or their computer. So you should watch Manifest on Netflix. Listen, I tried to watch Manifest on Netflix. I made it through a good chunk of episodes, but then it just got really cheesy. I don't know. Gravity in the 12 densities up and down. Gravity exists in more dense places. As above, so below. The end was weird. Y'all, don't spoil it for me, please. No spoilers. No spoilers. Glorious Rising. Rock Betty. Welcome. Right? It was, the acting was like, listen. Listen. But yeah, I'm moving in April. I don't know where I'm moving to yet, but let's just say when I do, we can have more experiences where I feel comfortable in my living space talking to you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. For saying that. 11 padded mind. Listen, I don't know where I'm going. I might go back to my land and I might just extend and offer for y'all to come live on my land for free. You never know. You never know. But yeah, I really do think that we're about to be. Okay, so that's another thing that I just got to download. So with Pluto going into Aquarius, another thing that's about to come back is communal living. Communal living is coming back in full force. I see that. I envision that coming back in full force. Communal living. People making communities out of buses, RVs, tiny homes. I see that. I see it. Like, not just low key, but high key. I see it high key. I see it happening in large numbers. People are going to find a way to stop paying rent because universal basic income is going to only guarantee you a certain amount. So people are going to say, oh my God, I don't have to work a job anymore. And then the way that we live is going to be restructured. I definitely see that happening. That was shown in the last episode of Last of Us. Yes. Wait, did I miss the last episode? No, I saw the last episode. It comes on today. But I usually don't watch it the day of because I go to sleep at 10. So I'll watch it the next day. Yes, to get off grid and live off the matrix. Have you guys seen Station 11 on HBO Max? That's a good one. That's a good one to watch. Don't give it away. No, it comes on tonight. Yeah, so I'm probably going to watch it tomorrow. That type of living has been on my mind for 2 years. Listen, it is the best way to live. I've lived in a van. I lived in an RV. Can't say I lived in a tiny home. Not yet, but I'm going to. I watched Moonfall last night. Gems. Have you heard about the Smart City Governing Initiative? Yeah, but we don't have to comply. They can do what they want to do. That got nothing to do with us. We own our own timeline. We're on our own time. We are done with them telling us how to live. We're not doing it anymore. We're taking charge of the way we live. The government is elected by the people it governs. And we don't want it no more. So. Exactly. Yeah, y'all. People, like, think of things that were happening, like, in the 70s. It's not going to be like that all the way. It's going to be more like the Industrial Revolution when the entire societal living structure changed. The Industrial Revolution, we're dealing with the same energy now going into March the 23rd. So when I say that rapid change is coming, I'm not being hyperbolic. Rapid change is coming in all areas: schooling, funerals, living, even going to the movies. Going to the movies is going to be a virtual reality experience now. Physical movie theaters, that's going away. Even libraries, it won't be immediately, but people will be able to, I want to say, like, I don't know when this is going to happen, but people are just going to be able to download books into their consciousness, like with something like a Neuralink. You won't have to read the entire book anymore. It's coming. It's coming. Technology, but one thing we have to be careful of is technology can't supersede spirituality. Spirituality has to be on top of technology, because, let me give you an example. They would try to sell us the only way to use telepathy is through something like Neuralink, when in actuality, we already have everything that we need to use telepathy. This is why you know who's calling before when the phone rings. This is why when you call somebody, they'll be like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. Telepathy. You ever think about something and then it happens? When we say that your thoughts create your reality, in a way, that's telekinesis. You're literally changing. We're moving into a space now where I said this the other day. We're moving into a space now where it's going to be incredibly hard for people to deceive other people, because people will be quite literally able to read your thoughts, body energy, your energy in general. People are becoming more skilled at this. So, imagine, right? Imagine if we were brought up in schools that instead of teaching you how to memorize formulas, mathematic equations, you were taught how to develop your mindset, how to use telepathy, telekinesis. Our entire reality would be in a different state. So this is where we're heading to now. Telepathic conversations are the innate conversations for twin flames and soulmates. This is why when you're hanging out with your soulmate, y'all start thinking about the same stuff. When you sleep next to somebody, especially if somebody you're involved with, y'all start to have the same dreams. Telepathy. Y'all know when they say that like 95%, brother, what you were describing is the scenes from the X-Men's as kids being taught in the university to use and control their powers, mystery schools. Predecessor civilizations were using mystery schools. The first thing to get shut down when religion came in was mystery schools. So the presence of this mystery school is a rebellion in itself. So with things like dream workshops, we're tapping back into our natural state of being. This is what the Egyptians were doing. Not the Egyptians you are taught about, but the North American Egyptians. They were astral projecting. They were studying the stars. They were studying the afterlife. they were trying to figure out what the hell they were doing here. The Egyptians weren't buying Gucci or driving Mercedes. That's us. That's us. So we're being called to come back to center. We're being called to know why we dream. Ask anybody why they dream and see what answer they give you. Ask anybody what they dreamed about last night and see if they remember. We're supposed to remember our dreams in the same way we remember Lil Wayne's lyrics. You're supposed to remember your dream the same way you remember that Louis Vuitton bag that's going on sale. Hello? So, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No sound still. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Let me plug in my phone because I think I'm being used as a vessel to speak to y'all today. So you can't stop the word when it's in motion. There we go. We charged up. They can't stop the word when it's in motion. Okay. What was I saying? That I was saying that we're being called to focus on our dreams. We're being called to cut out. Where did I stop? Did you guys hear when I was talking about the Egyptians? So what I was saying was that the Egyptians, the North American Egyptians, they were focused on dreams, reincarnation, dream recall, the afterlife, death. They weren't worried about, like, let me cop that new Lambo. Do I look clean in my Mercedes? That's us. That's us. And so, one way for us to come together, one way for us to take our power back is to focus on one of the biggest reasons of why we incarnated in the first place. I said this the other day. If you're 30 years old 9 or 10 of your years of living was in the astral realm. Hello? You have this is what I was saying that you guys missed. You have an entire identity in the astral realm. In your waking life, you are you here now as you are. But when you go to sleep, you're clocking out of this reality and you're going to another reality where you're a whole nother person to a whole nother set of people in the astral realm. But we get so identified with who we are here and we forget about who we are there, and we just couple it with, oh, I don't dream. Oh, I don't remember my dreams. If an athlete was taught to dream in the same way they were taught to play basketball, the entire world would change. We still couple dreaming into the woo-woo stuff, into the taboo stuff. To a lot of us, dreaming is like playing with Ouija boards. Dreaming is like playing with tarot cards, when it's something that everybody does every single night. It's guaranteed for your soul to come back to the place of, or to go back to the place of creation. Let me say that again in a way that will stick with you forever. When you're born, and actually I'm going to duet a video later that really touched my heart last night before I went to sleep, so I'm going to duet a video later just so that you guys can fully understand reincarnation. But when you come into this life, you come from the astral realm. Every single night, you go to the astral realm. When you leave this physical body, you go back to the astral realm. Don't you want to get familiar with the place that your soul calls home? Because you go there every single night. That's where your lessons come in. That's where your lessons come in. This is why people have premonitions. This is why you have signs and synchronicities in your dream, for you to rise up and decipher them. And I think that it doesn't even have to be a movie night, but one day we all need to watch The Waking Life, preferably before we start our dream workshop. We all need to watch The Waking Life. It doesn't have to be on a Friday night. I'm just going to go live one day and I'm going to say, we're watching this. I'm going to put it in my story before it happens. Probably this week. Yeah, we need to watch that together, The Waking Life. So, dreams are a way for your soul to bring back to you. Dreams are like Uber in a way. When you order food, you know how somebody brings you your food. When you go to sleep, you're having messages being brought to you. Your subconscious mind is who you're placing the order with. And then what shows up to you are signs, right? And then you have to decipher those signs. So that's why you'll rise up and be like, I had a dream about crows. I had a dream about buses. I had a dream about cows. What does that mean? That was a sign. That was a sign. Let's say that you had a dream about Utah. Some random specific place in Utah. And then you rise up, and in your waking life, you see something about that place in Utah. That is a message for you to go to that place. Hello? Dreams are the higher form of signs. Dreams are a higher Dreams are the higher octave of waking life. The best way for your higher self, for your guides, for source to speak to you is through your dreams. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything that y'all are saying. How can we tap into the dream workshops? I'll let you know this week. We're gonna all do those together. Let's do that this week, and then dream workshop on the 15th. Yeah, we're definitely gonna watch it this week. Do you have your power chat? I was born with my powers. This makes me want to take a nap right now. Hey, look, if you're being called to take a nap, I think you should go hop into that nap. I've been having crows show up every video dream. Crows are more than pigeons. When you see a crow, something in you just knows that something's happening. Like, pay attention to that. What do you think about dreams that come true? Psychic deja vu. The dreams that come true was the warning from your future self. Let's say that your future self, in non-linear thinking, your future self made a decision. That decision was already made. That decision then plays in your dream as a premonition for a decision that you're going to make in the future, because your future self already made that decision. So, when we were watching Interstellar, his future self came back to warn his past self. Timeline interference. Dreams are warnings from your future. Timeline interference. I smoked last night for the first time in weeks, and when waking up, I can only recall little to none. I had a dream about fighting in the war last night. I was navigating the way out. Oh, take it easy in your waking life. Funny you mentioned crows. I had dreams. Listen, crows and ravens. If you ever see a raven hop up, that's your whole life. For real. Ravens don't just appear to people. They don't. Why does one have sleep paralysis? Sleep paralysis is when you're dreaming, your brain paralyzes your body so that your body won't act out your dream. Oftentimes, we'll become conscious in that process of our brain paralyzing our body, so your eyes will open and your body's still paralyzed as a protection from your brain. So that's what sleep paralysis is. You just can't move because your brain's in protection mode. What about bears in your dream? Here's another thing I'm going to say about your dream. When it comes to your dream, you can go and ask other people what it means to them, and then they're going to regurgitate, or not regurgitate, that's not a good adjective. They're going to input what they perceive that to mean from their lived experience. You have to figure out, you have to sit with what it means to you. I don't ask anybody else what my dream means to them because it's not going to help me. What does it mean to me? What does it mean to me? It's easy to go out and ask somebody else for advice, but the best advice always comes from us. I heard astral projection was dangerous. Any thoughts on this? Whoever told you that seems like that they were only telling you what their limitations were. From my own experience, astral projection is not dangerous at all. It changed my entire life. Have you seen, I'm reading questions now, have you seen the connection with word divak in Hebrew? Yeah, we can tap into that in another conversation. It's more like, I'm getting that's more like jinn. Can we talk ancient symbolism in a modern world? If we want to talk ancient symbolism in a modern world, we would have to talk about other things first for people to understand why we're taught to believe that a swastika is evil when it's not. If you reject something, then you take away its power and you don't embrace its power. We're taught to reject the symbols that will empower us. Inversion. That's inversion. Whenever the anonymous controllers give you a word to praise, like God, whenever they tell you what it's supposed to be, look at what else they told you and see if it holds up to history. Exactly. Question everything. One of my first questions in church was, who made God? They did not want to deal with me again after that. You feel me? It's like we close our eyes to see when we smoke. You need to decalcify and activate your pineal gland to fully astral project, right? Yes, you have to fully decalcify your pineal gland. How can you do that? Reishi mushroom. Reishi mushroom, bacopa, ginkgo biloba. Listen, in order to fully, that's another thing, right? For this dream workshop to really be a success, the first thing you have to do is throw away your fluoride toothpaste. That should have happened like yesterday. The second thing you need to do is establish at least a 5 to 10 minute routine before you go to bed to get ready for bed. Another thing is you need to get a dream journal, and we're going to talk about all the things we need to do before it actually takes place.
For hundreds of years, we've been told to go to school.
Another thing we need to do is to make sure that we are all in alignment. And like I said before, the first way to get into alignment is to recognize that you are out of alignment. You can be the holiest of the holiest. Nobody is perfect. Anybody can be out of alignment at any time. You just have to recognize and get right back in. So I feel like another thing too is, it's like, it's okay to be vulnerable. Like, it's okay to be vulnerable with yourself. It's okay to admit your flaws. It's okay to admit where love still needs to be poured. That's honesty. That's growth, you know? I feel like another thing that social media has done to us is it gives us this perception of other people that they're perfect all the time. So using weed in a healthy way physically clears the mind. You have to develop a good relationship with it. A relationship with Mary is like a relationship with anybody. Moderation. Moderation. Your brain has cannabinoid receptors. I'll say this every time. Your brain is meant to intake marijuana. The elusive controllers condition us to believe it's evil. Why would it exist if it was? You just have to have a healthy relationship with it, period. Just like anything. They are adding chemicals to weed. Have to be careful. Grow your own or establish a great connection with a good grower. If you're here in Michigan, use MichiGrow. You have to just find a good farmer and know that they have good ethics, because the energy that goes into your weed is going to be the energy that you're smoking out of your weed. You feel me? Just like the food that you eat. If you're always eating out at restaurants, you're just always taking in other energy from other people. Weed causes my mind to think deeper, tap into the creative mind, imaginative state. I use it when I want to be productive. Yes, I'm telling y'all, you just have to find the right connection, because Monsanto is in the marijuana business, so there's a lot of GMO weed. You have to be careful. Yes, Michigan. Look, if you live in Michigan, we're surrounded by the Great Lakes. We're on the same level as California. I tell people that all the time. We're on the same level as California. Cook at home. Please cook at home. Cooking at home is love to you. Is self-love, right? And cooking at home, everything is connected. Cooking at home affects your dreams. If you're eating Chinese food from down the street, and you don't know what energy is going into it, that's the energy you're taking into your dreams. That's the energy you're taking into your daily life. I heard if you put crystals next to your weed for a day, it'll help for protection. Look, the plants that I used to grow, I would meditate with them. I would use orange peels. I would talk to them, because they can hear, they grow, they have a conscious. Plants are conscious. They're teachers. I had Chinese food last night. Oof. Blessings to your gut. Yes, teas and bacon. I'm on my 3rd day of no smoking. And that's the thing, like, when you have a healthy relationship with weed, you won't even need to, like, you ever see somebody, they're like, I haven't drank alcohol in 2,049 days and 2 hours. I'm like, then your obsession with not drinking is your new obsession. It's like one addiction was just replaced with the addiction of keeping up with not being addicted to the addiction. You know, it's like having a healthy relationship is just embracing full moderation in all aspects of your life. And being okay with who you are. Like, my moderation doesn't look the same as your moderation. That goes back to knowing thyself. Remember who you are. That's the purpose of this game of life. You have to remember who you are. Dreams. Who do you see in your dreams? Who keeps appearing in your dreams, and why? That's important. That's really important. Who do you keep seeing in your dreams, and why? Your dreams will also tell you who is not meant for you. Hey, shout out to 1111 on the check-in. Your dreams will also tell you who's not meant for you. Another thing that's coming to my mind right now is stop downplaying your abilities. Stop downplaying your abilities. Is my twin up in here? What's up, Imani? Stop downplaying your abilities. What does that look like? That looks like not believing that you are a skilled dreamer. That means that looking at what somebody else can do and try to compare what they're doing to what you are doing, when that's not your business. That's not your calling. Maybe you are a skilled dream psychic, but yet you think that you're supposed to be a musician. You think that you're supposed to, like, sometimes No, not sometimes. Always. You have to give up what you think you're supposed to do for what you're being told you're supposed to do. You have to surrender. You have to capitulate to the mission. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. And by you not paying attention to the signs, you're playing small. You're playing small. You were born to do something. But yet, going back to what we were talking about earlier, you get caught up in competition and then you try to take on somebody else's calling. Stay in your lane. That's not meant for you. That's why we dream. You're being called to pay attention to your dream because you're not getting the message in the waking life. Let's say you went to the bodega and you just happen to, at the right time, you look at somebody who has a tattoo of a bunny holding up a tree or something, like something super specific, and you saw it and it did something to you. That was a message. Like sometimes, not sometimes, always, you're being given signs, synchronicities for you to remember who you are. That's why you have to strengthen your subconscious mind. You ever heard the phrase, now back to your regularly scheduled programming? Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. That means that all the time, your subconscious mind is being programmed. You don't believe me? Go look at children's shows. Go look at Teletubbies. Go look at the children's shows for the millennials and see how the millennials ended up how they are today. Bert and Ernie, they weren't friends. They were sleeping in the same bed. And look at the LGBT. It's conditioning that takes place in your younger years. Your defense is strengthening your subconscious mind so you can know when it's being programmed. One of the best ways to tap into your subconscious mind is through dreams. The thesis of this live today is pay attention to your dreams. Now more than ever. Because a lot of you guys are dream psychics. And if I saw your natal chart, I'll be able to tell you. But a lot of you guys are dream psychics. That's why when you were younger, you always used to dream about things that would happen before they happened, and you still do, and you thought that those were just mistakes. No, you were chosen. You were selected. That's not happening to everybody else. Stop playing small. Realize how powerful you are. You read natal charts? Yes, I actually love to read natal charts. I love to read natal charts. I'm not doing it right now because of the space I'm living in. But when I move from here, I guarantee you guys, my books are going to open all the way, and I'm going to dive back into reading natal charts and astrocartography charts. Another thing is that a lot of us aren't getting the signs. A lot of us aren't getting the signs that are being put in front of us every single day. And then you go to sleep without intending on pulling the messages from your dream. How can I say this? Like, dreams aren't mistakes. Yes, move already. I'm moving soon. I'm moving soon. Dreams aren't mistakes. They don't happen to you by accident. Most of y'all spend 8 hours sleeping and you come back with nothing. Nothing. Not even a piece of a dream. Don't you feel like that's missing something? Don't you feel like you're missing messages? If you go to school and you sleep through your class and you're tested on the material that you were just taught the next day, you're going to say, oh, I don't remember because I wasn't conscious. I wasn't paying attention. A lot of you guys are sleeping, literally. Thank you for the badges. A lot of you guys are sleeping through the messages. Literally, you're sleeping through the messages. You can't even say I went to sleep and all I got was this t-shirt because you're not even getting that. Like, you don't remember anything. You thinking that you don't have dreams. The thing is, we weren't taught how to dream. They don't have schools for this. They used to have mystery schools for this. They don't have schools for this. So you have to learn yourself. That's why we're here together right now. That's why we're going to start this dream workshop before Pluto moves into Aquarius. We're going to do this together before they introduce this technology to us, for us to link up in our dreams so that they can spy on us in our dreams. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. The moon is already using our astral never mind. They already know what we're doing in our dreams via the moon. So when you rise, when the sun is coming back into your area, right? When you start to get that DMT drip again, that brings in your reality. When you rise and you're back into the tangible reality, what did you bring back? Okay, so when we do this dream workshop, our entire waking life will change. Matter of fact, let me know what day you guys want to watch this movie on. We're definitely watching A Waking Life this week. Maybe we'll do it Tuesday. Maybe we'll do it Thursday after our live class discussion. Maybe we'll do it then. And then we have movie night the next night. But I just feel like this is super important because a lot of people are playing small because they don't realize the magnitude of their power. A lot of people are playing small because they don't realize the magnitude of their power. If you didn't have something great to add to the collective, you wouldn't even be here right now. Do you know how much cosmic energy it takes to create you? Do you know how much physical energy, physical labor it takes to create you? And you thought you showed up to watch Netflix every night? Bruh. Stop. Stop playing small. Why would you do that to yourself? No. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that everybody has a part to play. This goes back to sometimes you have to give up what you think you're supposed to do with what the world needs you to be doing. I thought I was going to have a record deal right now. Like, oftentimes we see what we want to be based off of what you see other people doing. Not even realizing that there is an entire lane that was built just for you. There's an entire lane that was tailored just for you. But if you go down a trail in real life, if you're hiking, which is just a fancy way of saying you're walking, but let's say you're hiking and you see a trail, right? You see a trail that's already been taken, and then you see really tall grass, and you're going to have to be the only person to ever go down that trail. A lot of people are going to take the trail that's already been blazed. For you to be a real trailblazer, you're going to have to see that tall grass that nobody's ever attempted to go through. And you're going to have to be the first person to do it, because that was tailored for you. Nobody can cut that grass but you. But yeah, you look at the grass and you're like, oh, that's too tall. Nobody else has done it. Why should I do it? That's the trap. That's the trap. Don't fall for it. This is why they'll put 30 people who have individualized different paths in the same classroom to learn the same subject, to be tested on the same subject, when that subject has nothing to do with their life path. That's schooling. That's indoctrination of the mind. We have to unlearn everything that we were taught that we need in order to be successful in this life. And we need to learn, and we need to remember who we are. And remember, you came into this life already with past experiences from a past life. And you know those lessons that keep on showing up? Yeah, you didn't get those in your past life either. You're doing the same thing in this existence. How many human experiences is it going to take for the messages to get through to you? How many times are you going to have to incarnate back here for you to raise your frequency enough to pass the boundary of this simulation? You're energetically held here at a certain frequency so you won't get past the barrier. That's why the news exists. That's why gossip exists. That's why these Real Housewives of New Mexico, whatever, that's why they exist, for you to identify with wanting to fight, for you to identify. And listen, I'm talking to myself. We all get caught up in moments where we are not operating from our highest self. But then that's the reminder for you to go, oh, wait a minute, hold up. Let me recenter. It's not easy, right? We are in an environment where every single day we're being bombarded with energetic frequencies to keep us stagnant with making the same decision. You are making a choice to be a revolutionary thinker every single day by saying, you know what, I don't want to tap into that low energy music today. I don't want to tap into negativity today. It takes effort to make these decisions every single day. to operate from your highest self and to choose love. Because choosing hate is easy. Every single day. A new slave movie. Oh, don't forget, you were slaves. Be mad at white people. Oh, don't forget, you still got this hate in your heart. Hate, hate, hate everywhere. We're not supposed to like Ukraine, or we're not supposed to like Russia. Oh, don't forget. It's like every single day it's a new reason for you to experience hate. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. I don't want to subscribe to that anymore. Unsubscribe. Let me get my subscription money back. You don't have to pay attention to it. But if you do, and you get caught up operating from your lowest frequency, you get in an argument with somebody, your mom says something you don't like, and you revert back to your childhood, your unhealed childhood trauma. Somebody cuts in front of you in line, you tell them off. It's okay. You're in a human body with human emotions that gets the best of you sometimes. Just realize what it is and bring yourself back to center. We all get caught up in the moment sometimes. That is the pop quiz. The Great Reset Collaboration Grounding Ma'at. Ma'at is symbolic for the black sun. Just like Kali. Kali the destroyer. The black sun. But y'all not ready for that. That is the human experience. It's an experience. Experience. The only way to thrive in this experience is experiencing your why. Ripple effect. Do you know that I was in the elevator yesterday, and I got in the elevator with this dude, and sometimes, you know, you can just feel when somebody's hurting. And I was like, yo, what's up, man? Or I said, like, what up, though? That's something we do here in Detroit. I was like, yo, what up, though? He's like, ain't nothing but a word. You can tell he was just angry at the world, right? And I was just feeling this energy. That's what I do the whole time. I'm a filler. And then when we got off the elevator, I was like, you know, bro, I really hope you have a dope weekend. And he just broke. He was like, man, thank you so much, dog. I really appreciate that, man. I really hope you have a good weekend, too. It's like sometimes a lot of us were walking around with, we're still walking around as that child that needed the protection, that didn't receive it. So we think that everybody's out to get us, when that's not the case. And then we're caught up in that identity so much that we don't even start to think about our greatest power. Dun, dun, dun. They didn't like that message. Or it can just be interference. Whoops. You know what's funny? Instagram told me I had like 2 minutes left, and then it just cut off. It can also be interference, though. It can also be interference. Yes. When you're out here telling the truth, you just have to know that not everybody likes that. Not everybody likes that, so it is what it is. When you're out here and you're calling, and your calling is meant to disrupt the system, not everybody likes that. Listen, I know what it is. I'm not a paranoid individual. I'm not like thinking that anybody's out here to get me. I'm a filler. Like I said before, I'll say it unapologetically. I am all the clairs, clairsentient, clairaudient, all of that. And I know what it is. I never have to guess twice. I know what it is. So when I'm out here giving y'all the message and we get interrupted, it don't faze me. It don't faze me. I just stay with the course. I stay with the course. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled enlightenment. One thing that I think is important to do is, one thing I want to start doing is on Thursdays, I want somebody to come up being prepared to tell your peers what it is that you do. Whether you are a reader, whether you are a herbalist, whether you are a yoga instructor. Side note, if you are a yoga instructor, contact me because I think that we need to start tapping in with that as well. Yoga is important. Whether you are a breath worker, come Thursday, being prepared to tell everybody what it is that you do so that people can start to tap into your energy, because it's like we are here as a collective to get in contact with each other. Okay? So your friends, your new friends, your circle, your tribe, they're right here in the comments. They're right here. Tap in. Tap in. It's important for us to give each other the platform so that we can, put each other up, build each other up. A lot of y'all wouldn't even know who I am without Imani telling y'all about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be transparent. So what that means is that now it is important for me to continuously shine light on other people, for you to say, this is what I do. So other people can then start to follow you, and then we create this entire worldwide community. You go to New Mexico, guess what? You have some place to sleep because so-and-so lives there. You go to Paris, you have some place to sleep because Nana, your peer, lives there. You come to Detroit, you feel me? We have to continuously build this community of like-minded people. They want us to be in competition at all times. No. We love each other up in here. You feel me? We love each other up in here. So, every Thursday, y'all go be ready to see somebody new telling y'all what they do. And then it's important for you to then go and follow them. Okay? If what they do resonates with you. Yes, I'm studying herbalism. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. We need more herbalists up in here. I'm getting goosebumps, y'all. I'm getting goosebumps. What time? Thursday. So we go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm a photographer and make handmade soaps in Toronto. I would love to buy soap from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yes. This is what we talking about. So yeah. I would love to buy soaps from you, and I'm sure everybody else would like to see what type of soap you make, because I don't like going to the store and looking at all these different brands that I don't know where the soap came from, where I can just tap in with you and get your soap handmade right from Toronto. I would rather support you and what you're doing versus going to, Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and supporting these companies and corporations, because let me emphasize this point right here. There's going to be a time to come, probably sooner than later, where going to stores, all of that, is going to look more like bartering. Let me go back to what I said earlier. We're moving into Pluto and Aquarius, y'all. That's why I'm emphasizing community. That's why I'm emphasizing get in contact with whoever you see here in the comments. We're moving into Pluto in Aquarius. for the next 20 years, it's going to be super important for you to stick with your tribe. And that's next month, March the 23rd, for 20 years. We're starting now we're going to be building with our tribe. Because for most of us, the next 20 years, hopefully we're all still here, but, that's a long time. It's best for us to start now. Because with everything that's happening right now, with the food shortages, with the bombing here, the bombing there, things are breaking down, we're probably going to have to get to a point where we're directly bartering with each other. Because if you're somebody that's not going to want to get a chip in you and take digital currency, you're going to have to find a way to buy and sell with your neighbor. You ever go, this happens especially if you live in Los Angeles, but if you live in a place, let's say you go down the street and you see somebody with a table that has especially if you in New York on 125th, you'll go down the street and you'll see somebody with a table that has socks, deodorant, perfume, just a whole bunch of different stuff. That is in a way, that's a bodega that just needs a little bit more support so they can become bigger. Max Photos, right? Makes handmade soaps. Imagine if we were to all support this creator, then they can take their soaps to a bigger scale, and then we're not helping any type of corporation. We know that our soap is being made with love. When you go to my website and you order a herbal blend, I'm doing affirmations with your herbal blend. I'm meditating with your herbal blend to make sure that when you receive it, you're going to receive the best healing. You might not know that I'm doing all that stuff with your order, but I'm doing all that stuff with your order. I'm saging your order and everything because I know that I'm not a huge corporation. I'm making something that is going to affect your healing process. So for me, and I'm sure for every creator here, we all take what we do very we put our love into it. So it's important to focus on, yes, a trusted community. Come on. I'm a fashion designer and I make my own body butter. Ooh. Come on, y'all. What do y'all do? Let us know what y'all do. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Let us know what y'all do. Put in y'all websites. And I'm going to pin it. Don't be shy. I'm a chemical researcher. Come on. Because when it comes down to it and we start to build these off-grid communities, you're going to need an engineer. You're going to need somebody that's great with agriculture, horticulture. You're going to need somebody that knows about solar power. You're going to need more than just 4 engineers in one village because they're missing farmers. You get it? You need to mix it up. I'm a therapist. Ooh, come on, let's go. A lot of us need that. I'm a healer, creative director, event planner. Ooh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get into it. I'm a nurse and esthetician. I'm a songwriter, rapper who uses Earth's frequencies in my music. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is doing what y'all doing in the way that y'all do it. And we're seeing it right here. I create gift boxes centered around self-care and love. Ooh, come on. Car rental company in Philly. Yes. Imagine if we gave this sister our support. She can turn that car rental company into the new company that surpasses Uber and Lyft. Okay? Because soon Uber and Lyft, they going out of business. It's going to all be self-driving. MotherNatureWorks.com. Ooh, come on. Let's go. Intuitive healer. Nature speaks to me. My new journey with remembering. Ooh. Yes. Gardening. If you're a gardener, you are needed in this way that we're headed with society. For real. I'm a lash artist. Come on. I'm a real estate agent and a bartender and an actress. Come on, Jessica. And y'all tapped in last Thursday. Y'all got to see Jessica. Great personality, great energy. Yes, that's what I do when I make candles, sage, and singing bowl. Ooh. And me and Imani's gonna do a little joint singing bowl meditation workshop for y'all here pretty soon. I'm a spiritual advisor, yoga teacher with a nonprofit for health and wellness. Ooh. We need that. We need that, yes. Yes, that's what I do when I make candles. Yes, yes, yes. Wellness coaching, yes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a UPS driver and I deliver a message or empty box full of everything you hope to wish for. Yeah, see, y'all see everything. Oh, these are a lot. Y'all see everything that's happening right now. Like, this is what we need more of, y'all. Like, yes. I do fire cupping and massage therapy in LA. I've always wanted one of those fire cupping sessions, or like what is that thing called with the needles? I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to, so they can unblock your chakras. I've always wanted acupuncture. I intuitively do tarot, never studied. I'm an oracle. Ooh, that's important. That's important. I intuitively do tarot. That is skill. For real. That is skill. Yes, we need more of this. I am also an intuitive healer and learning how to release emotions stored in the body. Oh, come on. I don't know a person who everybody needs you. Everybody needs you, because a lot of us are walking around with this unhealed childhood trauma and we think the world is out to get us. For real. A lot of people could use that type of healing. We got a lot of angry people out here. I create affirmational bath salts. Listen, I'm a rap artist. I make sea moss gel. Come on, hair and body oils, holistic healer, and light work. I'm also a professional shopper, so I know where to get almost anything for your healing needs. Oh, AKA, you are the plug. Her screen name says it all. She is necessary. You feel me? Yes. I can read people from a raw channel, but it scares them. Oof. I love this interaction, y'all. Before I even went live, I just said a little extra, my prayer to my higher self to make sure that this was exactly what it is right here. And I couldn't have asked for a better live today. This has been, wow. Thank you all, for real. Hopefully y'all got to tap in with some people, y'all got to see some people who offer something that and don't worry, we're going to be doing this every single Thursday. So the people y'all just saw, we're going to tap in with them on Thursday. And it's not just going to be one people. We're going to try to get in like at least 3 to 5 people on these Thursday sessions. So thank you for saying that, Intuitive Queen. I am a reflection of you. So I think we're probably, I don't know how long we've been on here, but you can always feel when it's time to just go. So I think that we have spent a lot of time with each other. I think that this has been amazing. But I also feel like we probably need to tap into like a 2 or 3 minute meditation. What do y'all think? I think we should do like a 2 or 3 minute meditation before we get on up out of here. Thank you for this space. Listen, this space would be nothing without y'all. When I first started 5D Mystery School 6 years ago, I was live talking to myself. Okay? I was live talking to myself. But I just had to know that this is what I was meant to do. So 6 years later, it's a community. Okay, so cool. We're gonna do this meditation. We got the music going. 5 minutes? Y'all want to do 5 minutes? We got somebody to say 5. I was gonna say 3, but oh, y'all want to do 5? Okay, bet. Okay, all right. Let's get ready. So we're gonna take a deep breath through our nose and out through our nose. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna take a deep breath in through our nose, out through our nose. We're gonna do that again, in through our nose, out through your nose. Okay, so this third time when we take it in through our nose, when we breathe out, we're gonna close our eyes and we're gonna hop right into the meditation, okay? Okay, so it's 11:51. We're gonna hop out of this thing at 11:56. So we're gonna go in through our nose, and when we exhale, we're gonna close our eyes and hop into the meditation, okay? So here we go, in through your nose. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Start to bring your attention back to your surroundings. Start to bring your attention back to your surroundings. Start to bring your attention back to your surroundings. Okay. Yes. How was that for you all? How was that for you all? My thoughts were all over. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, because oftentimes it just takes for you to realize that your thoughts are all over. Okay. So calming, amazing, healing. Thank you. I spoke with my higher self. I love to hear this. Yes, centering. This is the Great Reset. Exactly. I'm going to the beach now. I need more. Cool. I was seeing different shapes. Yes, when you start to see the different colors and the different shapes, just stay there. Let it do what it needs to do. Good. I feel encouraged. Good. You know, that was the entire purpose for this. You know, this whole live, I think we started like around 9 something. I think this entire live has been, for me, therapeutic. I'm glad every time we get to do this with each other, I walk away feeling healed. I walk away feeling filled. Like my cup is full of, and about to run over. And we need that more now than ever. It's important for us to meet up like this, with Pluto going into Aquarius, to meet up with our collective, our groups like this. How do you feel, Astro? I honestly felt tapped in, y'all. I felt doing it with y'all, knowing that we got people in Paris, Australia, Germany, everywhere, just doing it with y'all, creating this grid across the world. That's empowering in itself. That is super empowering in itself. Can we make this collective meditation a thing? Yes, we've actually been doing this for the past week now. Every single rising, we meditate together. Yes, meditating is bringing your soul back home. Meditating, you know how you can center your body? Meditating is centering your soul. Let me say that again, because I like the way it rolled off my tongue. You know how you can center your body? Meditating is centering your soul. Put that on a t-shirt. Hello. It was stronger knowing that you were all here with me. Exactly. It's good when you can do it by yourself, but like I said, Pluto is a higher octave of Mars, so Pluto means group expression, group think. Okay, so we're going to be doing this for the next 20 years until they take me out this game. Say it one more time. Listen. We're powerful by ourselves, but we're stronger together. Okay, so that meditation was to take us out for the day. We've been here since 9 something. It's about to be noon, so I'm going to let you guys get to your Sunday. But I just truly, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank you for being here, for us having this exchange, for us. You got to see what your peers are doing. We got some people who make handmade soaps. We got photographers. We got yoga instructors. You saw everybody who brought their different talents. So Thursday, we're going to get a chance for them to take the stage, and then for you to learn all about what they do, and so that we can pour our support and love into that person and their journey. Remember, we're stronger together, okay? So enjoy your Sunday. Remember to stay centered. Remember to be prepared for your dreams. You might see me pop up tonight around 10 something so that we can go into the astral realm together and being prepared for it. So enjoy your Sunday. Have a beautiful experience today. And remember to operate from your heart chakra. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Peace.
5D Mystery School.